If we go in the level above that, so business applications, the more internal applications such as ERP, when we look at the last 20 years, what happened is that most ERP partners were selling custom development. So they sold a certain product, and then they start building for years and years a lot of customizations on top of it. And this costs the customer a lot of money. And at the end, they have a very inflexible, very stuck solution. So most of the clients we come as a consultant, we need to replace our ERPs. And we need to replace the custom ERPs to kind of out-of-the-box solutions in the cloud. And luckily, we are in a world now where we have very, very nice cloud solutions such as Dynamics 365, NetSuite, Exact Online, and many others, because for me, these are just blocks and Lego blocks that you can plug on each other. The trick is not to have one big block, but all kind of blocks connected to each other. The big challenge today is to find IT business partners, so the ERP implementation partners, that follow the logic, that are not trying to sell custom development, but are actually trying to really understand your business. Look at, okay, this part of your business we already know. You're, for example, a wholesale company. We don't have to explain what wholesale is. We have consultants that exactly know how that works. Our software or the package that we use already do wholesale. We just need to understand the specialties of your company, the things that you do differently than a typical wholesaler. And then the trick is to challenge the customer. Is it really smart to do it differently than the others? The way you do your invoices, the way you do your order input and so on. If you do it differently than the others, why do you do it differently? Is it bringing a competitive advantage? Is it really making a difference for your customers? Or is it just the way you did it for years? And there you really need to challenge the customer and say, no, we're going to change this. We're not going to change the software to the way you work. We're going to change the way you work to the software, unless the way you work really, really makes a difference and gives you a competitive advantage. And the problem is, if the IT partner is kind of their business model is selling a lot of custom development, yeah, they're not going to do that because they're happy to make the software to the way they work, the customer works, because that's just piling up a lot of development days. So you see, there is a big problem there, a big conflict of interests. So for me, the future ERP partner is the partner that starts from the business processes, not from technology, and starts to make sure that the way you work is adapted to the software, and the software can be changed a little bit, but it's mostly about business processes and less about software. And it's very difficult to find IT partners that think like that, because most IT partners that do business software are all technical people and are not business people. So that's a challenge. I see some companies that try to attract business consultants. The problem is if 90% of your team are technical people and you hire 1, 2, or 3 business consultants, these people come into your company and say, oh, what is this? My colleagues are all technical people. We don't kind of understand each other. So it's very difficult to make a company that is full of technical people a business consultant. You almost have to split it up and have a different team for that. There's also another problem. If you start from a business consultancy company, typically the big fours and so on, they have good business consultants. And these business consultants really understand the business of your customer. But the problem is that they don't know about technology. So in theory, they know everything, but once it becomes kind of concrete, once you need to put it into a software, then they don't really know how to do it or which tools to choose and so on. So that's also a problem. So you need kind of a hybrid, someone who understands the business and someone who understands the tools, but without going to custom development. And that's a challenge to create this type of companies, because the big question is, where is your revenue model? Your revenue model is not anymore selling a lot of custom development. So your revenue model is probably not anymore selling a lot of licenses, because the margin on these licenses is not so big anymore. So where is your revenue model? And that's a very important starting point, I think, to think about if you want to win in the business application space to think about what is really the thing that you do and that you can do recurrently at the customer to make a profit.